Hello guys, good morning everyone. So good morning guys, good morning. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? So yes guys, I hope everyone is fine. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. Today guys, on your channel Unacademy Karnataka PUC, I'll be conducting the class for first PU basic mathematics. So initially those whoever is watching me, ಯಾರು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನಮಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೈಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ on this channel guys, Unacademy Karnataka PUC, we have brought in all the top educators, and of course well developed platform has been introduced in order to help out all these students belonging to the branch of commerce guys. Commerce student ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ we are here on your own channel guys, Unacademy Karnataka PUC. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಟ್ರಿಗ್ನೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು. ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಜಿಯೋಮೆಟ್ರಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಿಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ಸಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಯು ಔಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮಿಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್, ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್. ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸು ಮಿಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕವರಪ್ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಗೈಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿ, ಅ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ APJ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಸೇ. ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಕನಸು ಕಾಣಿರಿ, ಕನಸು ಕಾಣಿರಿ, ಕನಸು ಕಾಣಿರಿ. ಕನಸುಗಳು ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳಾಗಿ ರೂಪಾಂತರಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತವೆ ಮತ್ತು ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳು ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ಕಾರಣವಾಗುತ್ತವೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ರೀ. ಕನಸನ್ನು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾಣಬೇಕು, ಕನಸುಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಕನಸುಗಳು ನಾವು ಏನನ್ನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಲ್ರಿ, ಕನಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಚನೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಏನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅವರ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಚನೆಗಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನೂ ಇರಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಯೋಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳಾಗಿ ರೂಪಾಂತರಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತವೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಲೋಚನೆಯಾಗಿ ಅವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹಾಗೇ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಏನು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಬ್ದುಲ್ ಕಲಾಂ ಅವರು. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಮಾತು ನಿಜವಾದ ಮಾತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಮಾತನ್ನು ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಸರ್ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಡಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೀಲ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್? ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನು ಕನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ರಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಇವತ್ತು ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸಾಲ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳಿವೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನಿಗೆ. ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್, ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿವೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಕು. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಕವರಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೋಸ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ಯು ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಮೀ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅನ್ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಎಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. And I'm an educator by passion guys. Teaching is quite an interesting task for me. So teaching field alli nanu enter agidene. So for past 6 years guys, many of the competitive examinations ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ PU board examinations field ಗೆ ನಾನು ರಿಲೇಟಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಈ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಅನ್ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ PUC ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸನ್ನು ಡೈಲಿ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಗೈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್, ತುಂಬ ಜನರು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನು ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ಸು ಸಿಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಲು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಮೇಲೆ, UN ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ PUC ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಅನ್ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ PUC. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ PDF ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತವೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಅವರ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಅನ್ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಲರ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ವೇರ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆಲ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಬೇಗನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಸು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿವೆ ಅಲ್ರಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಗೈಸ್, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಚಾನಲಿಗೆ. Okay guys, fine. Coming back to the subjects that we are here to observe. Yes, so ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ like I told you, we'll be solving problems guys on the basis of straight lines. Straight lines basis ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಗೈಸ್? ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ರೀ, ಏನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ರಿ? ಸೊ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕೇಳಿ ಗೈಸ್. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಗಿ 13 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ವೇಟೇಜ್ ಇದೆ ರೀ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ವೇಟೇಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 13 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೇನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಂದ 13 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸ್ಲೋಪ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೀಪ್ನೆಸ್ ಗೈಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಟುಡೇ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಯು ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇವತ್ತು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಅ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೇ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುವುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ x and y axis. Okay, let us take these two axes to be x and y axis, and there is a line here. Okay, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು y axis ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and this will be x axis, this will be the origin. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವಲ್ಲ, let this be point A and let this here be point B. ಸೊ ಇದು x2, y2 ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ x1, y1 ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಗೈಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ AB is inclined at an angle of theta with the horizontal. Suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು horizontal line ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್ horizontal line is nothing but the same line as per the x-axis ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೆ ಇದು. ಸೊ ನಾನಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈನು, ಇಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್ AB is inclined at an angle of theta, okay, then this line AB is also inclined at an same angle with respect to x-axisಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈನ್ AB ಥೀಟಾ ಇಂದಲೇ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಗೈಸ್, ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಲೈನನ್ನು ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡ್ರಾ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಔಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್. ಇದು ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಆಗೇನೆ ಉಳಿಯಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿ ಆ್ಯಂಗಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಗೈಸ್, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಐ ಡ್ರಾ ಅಪ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ B, ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲೈನ್ ಟು x-axisಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಲೈನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ A, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಫ್ ಡೈಗ್ರಾಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಇಯರ್. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ tan theta ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಇಫ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ದಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ tan theta guys, tan theta edike sir, why do we need the value of tan theta? I'll tell you that in a minute guys, but just look at here. Tan theta is nothing but opposite divided the base. Okay, that will be what? BC divided by AC anta heli barutte tan theta. So tan theta will be equal to what guys? BC. BC n barutte, that will be the distance here. Okay, what will be BC? The distance in between point B and point C. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿ ನಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಿ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಂಡರೆ, ಸೊ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಗೈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಲೈನ್. ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಲೈನ್ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಇದು. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, but just so that you are able to understand. Okay, so y is equals to mx plus of c. Already we have seen that in our previous class. That is the standard formula. So ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಟರಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಗೈಸ್ tan theta is nothing but BC, opposite divided by the base here. So ಈ ಬಿ ಸಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ರಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ದಿ ವೈ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. y2, ಓಕೆ, y2 ಅಂದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬಿ ಇ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇ ಸಿ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ tan theta is equals to ಬಿ ಇ ಮೈನಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇ ಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಹೋಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಎ ಸಿ ಗೈಸ್. ಎ ಮತ್ತು ಸಿ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ದ ಕೋಆರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಹಿಯರ್, ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿ. ಬಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಇವೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ರೀ ಹಿಯರ್? ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಸಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ x2 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವಾಟ್? ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ y1. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸು y1 ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ at the same distance here with respect to y ordinate, and b and c they are at same distance with respect to x ordinate. Okay, so a c ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು o e minus of o a ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರಿಬೋದು. o e minus of o a. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ o e ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲಿಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ a e. ಓಕೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿ what here? The adjacent guys. ಇದೇ ನಮ್ಮ adjacent ಆಗಿದೆ. So I can write in what guys? I can write in tan theta is equals to, now see here, now observe here clearly, tan theta is what here? Theta is nothing but the inclination. Theta ಅಂದರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ? ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್. ಇದು what is slope? The angle at which the line has been inclined. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇದು tan of theta ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So tan theta I can write it as y. I'll take that to be y guys. Okay, just a standard format basis ಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾನು y ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ sorry, not y, m guys. Okay, sorry, m. Generally m, will take it as m. So tan theta is equals to m. And what is m here guys? M represents the slope of the line. Okay, m gives us what? The slope of the line, this line. Tan of this theta ಅದು ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಕೊಡುತ್ತದು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ tan theta is equals to m here, which are nothing but both the slopes of the line. Slope. In this case it is only slope. There is only one line. So I can write in m, tan theta is equals to m and b e minus of e c. ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು? y2 minus of y1. Correct. y2 minus of y1 will give it this length bc, whole divided by OE guys. What is OE here? x2 minus of x1. Correct. So the value of slope that we are getting is nothing but m is equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus of x1. Or we can also write the slope in trigonometric ratio guys, tan theta. Okay, m is also equal to tan theta. And y2 minus of y1, what is this? What does this represent? This is nothing but the change here. y2 minus y1 means the change, and mathematically change is always represented as delta guys. Delta ಇಂದ ನಾವು represent ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So delta, change in what? Change in y. that is delta y divided by as it is, and there is a change in x here, difference in x. Okay, so change is delta and the value of x. So tan theta is our slope, which is also equal to delta y divided by delta x, and our slope m can also be given as equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus of x1. They are both one and the same. Okay, ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಗೈಸ್? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದಿ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಇಸ್. ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ ಜನರಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. So this equation is very important guys, and we'll have to use it accordingly. ಈ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ನಾವು ಇದು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುವುದು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? And here guys, generally see here so just a minute guys. Okay, sorry. So can you guys see me clearly? Okay, am I visible clearly? Is my voice clear guys? If there are any difficulties, please let us know. Okay, yes, now it is fine. Okay guys, fine. See here, now this is the slope here that we have gone through. Slope andre enu adu navilli nodidave, which is tan theta, and also in the format of m guys. Okay, so now we can do one thing here. This slope can also be written as equal to m is this slope here, which is equals to rise, okay, divided by run guys. We can also write it in this fashion. ee prakaranu idanna ನಾವು ಬರಿಬಹುದು, rise divided by run. See here, what rise here? So this is point A here. Okay, slope ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. The line is rising from point A to point B. So vertically this will be the rise, BC will be known as rise, and here OA, from point A the ordinates are moving to point C, so this will be known as run. This will also be known as run guys, run and rise. So basically slope can also be written as equal to the ratio of rise and run guys, the ratio of rise and run anta helinu ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. Okay, so now guys we'll consider in the next line. So for point slope form, okay, for point slope form ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಕಾರ equation ನಮ್ದು ಬರುವುದು? Okay, so see here guys, now we'll look at the intercept form. That is the second form, intercept form. So what is the intercept form going to be? Intercept andre enu adu first of all we'll look in what the intercept actually really means here. So on the basis of that we'll be deriving up the equation, the next equation guys. Okay, sorry guys, just a minute. Okay guys, so coming back to the topic here. So intercept andre enu, intercept form. So it is important that you know intercept. See, many among you have already heard what an intercept is, but what actually is an intercept? First of all, understand what an intercept means. See here, once again I'll take in a diagram here, x and y coordinates, and I'll take in a line which is cutting both the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, see, this will be our what, y-axis, and this will be our x-axis. Fine, and this I'll take this to be point A, and this I'll take this one to be point B. Okay, and of course this will be the origin guys. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, the intercept form guys see here, intercept means what? Suppose ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು line ಇದೆ. Suppose we have a line which is cutting, initially I'll take it only at the y-axis here. Okay, we'll focus only on this one first, and then we'll come back to the x-axis. ಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ರೀ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟು. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ ಹಿಯರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಲೈನ್. Actually this is a line. So this line is cutting the y-axis. It is intersecting the y-axis at a point A. E point A na coordinates, let us take it to be 0 comma c. 0 comma c. X, there is no x reading here. Okay, x andre horizontally right side, we look at the reading, but there is no x here because it is only on the y-axis. Of course x will be 0 and y is c. This means what? This point A is at a distance of c from 0. This is what it actually means. Now guys, according to the slope format, if you remember, what is the slope of a line given by? M is equals to y2 minus of y1 divided by x2 minus of x1. Correct? Now here this line will take the line coordinates as x. Now I can write here m is equals to y minus of, okay, so this here y is general term guys, y ಒಂದು general term ಆಗಿದೆ. So y1, what will be y1? The coordinates here. Okay, y1 are the coordinates here, x1 and y1, x1 and y1. So what is y1 here? Y1 is nothing but c whole divided by x minus of 0. Okay, x minus of 0 guys, because x1 is 0 and x and y, they basically represent what guys? They basically represent the line format. Okay, they are just the unknown values here, x and y. So y can be any point, coordinates of any point. Can we take in here point b? Idanna now x comma y anta heli tagolna. If we consider this point b to be x comma y, then the distance in between ab, that is what we are calculating here, and the ratio will give us what? The slope format. So here x and y, they are just the unknown formats. Okay, so y will be what here? Y, y2, sorry, y1 will be c here, this will be x2 and this will be y2. x2 is x, y2 is y, x1 is 0, y1 is c. So now if you cross multiply, I can write this one as y is equals to mx plus of c. I can write it because m into x is mx, negative c, if it moves on the left hand side, that will be positive guys. So y is equals to mx plus of c. That is our what? That is our equation. Okay, this is our equation guys. And what is this equation? This equation represents the line equation. E equation ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ರೀ? ಈ equation line equation represent ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ when intercept form is created. Okay, intercept on y-axis. Okay, whenever an intercept is created, ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಲೈನು y-axis ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಲೆಂತ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ OA is known to be the intercept created by the line guys. That is the intercept created by the line. Now if in case guys, okay, if in case suppose the intercept is created on x-axis. Okay, suppose we are creating the intercept on x-axis, just the same diagram once again. Okay, so now I'll consider this to be the x-intercept. This will be what? X-intercept. This is the line that is cutting on x-axis. So what will be the coordinates here? I'll take the coordinates to be d comma 0. Okay, coordinate of this point here, I'll take it to be d comma 0. So ನಮ್ಮ equation ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ really? See here, y is equals to mx plus of c. That is nothing but for what guys? It is for the y-axis intercept created. Intercept to y-axis basis ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದಿದು. Whenever the intercept is on the basis of x, then the equation will be given by m into x minus of d. Okay, m into x minus of d guys, m into x minus of d, because this line will generally be on this side here. Okay, and the point here will be something comma, let us consider that to be x here, or it can also be in like this fashion here. If I take this point to be x comma y, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು x comma y ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಂಡರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದು d comma 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So once again if I substitute the formula, y is equals to m into x minus of d ನಮಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, or it can be d minus of x guys. Independently it can also be d minus of x, whichever value is the larger value. Okay, so ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು intercept form ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, this is known as the intercept form, guys. Intercept created on the x-axis, that is what it is going to be. Okay now, so basically when the derivation is there, no need to go up with the derivation, guys, because like I said, it is the application for commerce part. So basically if I write down x divided by a plus of y divided by b will be equal to 1. Okay, x upon a and y divided by b both adding will give us the intercept form of the straight line. Intercept form of the straight line. Okay, this is an important formula. You have to remember this formula, guys. On the basis of this formula only we'll be solving questions. And one more thing, guys, questions anna solve martivalri. Once we'll be able to start solving the questions, guys, then it will be quite easy for us to understand these equations. Okay, derivation, I know derivations won't suit up much, will not be asked in your examinations, but just in order to make you explain, just in order to get you the idea, I had explained it. So initially, now I'll write down certain equations, guys. Note down those equations. We'll start solving problems and I'll keep on explaining at the same time. Hagene nimge explanation anna nanu kodta hogtene. Okay, so any doubts, guys? Eno doubts idre kedi. If you have any doubts, please ask, guys. And about two lines, guys. See, lines basically can be of two different types here. One can be the perpendicular line, the other one can be a parallel line. So parallel line andre eno, perpendicular line andre eno. First of all, what is the basic equation, guys, that we saw? Line equation, y is equals to mx plus of c. Okay, where m represents what, guys? M is nothing but the slope, correct? And then we also saw what, guys? We also saw m can also be given as equal to y2 minus of y1 whole divided by x2 minus of x1. Okay, this implies what? Tan theta is equals to delta y divided by delta x, which is also equals to rise divided by run. Okay, and then we also saw intercept form, guys. X upon a plus of y upon b is equals to 1. Intercept form anta heli helteve. So these will be quite clear, guys, once I explain you the problem. Applications in problems yava prakara agtave adu nimge nanu torsidre idu clear agutte. So these are the three equations, guys. Initially remember these three equations. I'll keep on explaining as we solve the problems. And now one more important point, guys, about slopes. Whenever there are two lines in the equation, or whenever there are two lines given, yavattu namage eradu lines anna avaru kottare avattu ಏನು ಬರುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, I'll just try to explain you on a short basis here. See, suppose if I take these two lines here. Okay, these are the two lines here. I'll take it here because it will be quite easy to understand with respect to x-axis. Okay, guys, see here. This is our what? Y-axis, and this is our x-axis, and of course this is origin. So now this angle, if it is theta, what will this angle be? That angle will also be theta. ಈ ಒಂದು ಆ್ಯಂಗಲು ನಮಗೆ ಥೀಟಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅಂದರೆ 40 degrees, suppose it is 40 or 45 degrees, then this will also be 45 degrees. The condition is what? They are both parallel to each other. Okay, they are what? They are both parallel to each other. Parallel means the lines which never meet, guys. Parallel means lines never meet. The distance in between these two lines will always be the same. yavattu constant agi irutte idu. Okay, anta eradu lines ige ನಾವು parallel lines anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So whenever two lines are parallel, guys, always remember the slopes are always going to be what, guys? Equal. Correct? Here you can see it here. The slopes are always equal here. Correct? If you calculate the slope here, suppose m is equals to tan of theta, you calculate, that is m is equal to tan 45, which will be 1, and here also, guys, m will also equal to be 1. Okay, this will also be equal to 1. So whenever, remember, whenever two lines are parallel, the slope of the first line, that be m1, and slope of the second line, that be m2, they will always be equal to each other for the condition of parallel lines. ಯಾವತ್ತು ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅವರ ಸ್ಲೋಪ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಸಿ ಇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಗೈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್, okay, if I'll just consider this x here, okay, I'll consider another pair of lines, guys. Now suppose I consider a set of two lines which are perpendicular to each other. Let this be line AB and let this be line CD. Okay, if this is what, if this is theta, or if this is 45 degrees, and here the CD line is perpendicular to AB. Whenever a line CD is perpendicular to another line AB, guys, then the slopes will always be negative of each other. Okay, the slopes will be what? They will be negative reciprocal. Slopes yavattu negative reciprocal anta heli ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, negative reciprocals, guys. So m1 will be equal to minus of 1 divided by m2. Why reciprocal? Reciprocal edike sir? See here, just imagine it here, guys. Illi 45 degrees ide. Okay, and here this is 90 degrees. Even if you move this point, if you move this point from this position to here somewhere, to point B dash, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಬಿ ಡ್ಯಾಶಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಮೂವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಸಿ ಡಿ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೂವ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಲೆಂತ್ angularly. Okay, this CD line as it is perpendicular, it will move once again by the same length. Okay, so here the reciprocals will be what, guys? The reciprocals will be negative of each other. The reciprocals will be negative reciprocals of each other. Okay, so remember that, guys. Whenever two lines are perpendicular to each other, that will be our condition. So m1 multiplied with m2 will be equal to negative of 1. Okay, in case of perpendicular lines the slopes are equal. In case of parallel lines slopes are equal. In case of perpendicular lines the slopes will be negative reciprocals of each other. Okay, remember these 2 points are very important, guys. These are very important. Once again I'll explain you how and why they are negative once we start solving the problems alli idu clear agi namge artha agutte. Derivations, like I said, derivations are not important for your examination, but then again the derivations are not quite clearly mentioned, guys. We need to practice, we need to solve, and then only we'll be able to clearly understand these points here. Okay, so I hope it is clear, guys. If you have any doubts, even doubts idre comment section alli keli. So straight lines equations are going to be very easy, guys, very simple, and 13 marks, guys. Examination alli 13 marks, main examination alli bartave nimage. Okay, so this topic is very important and very easy. Remember, coordinate systems, locus and straight line, they are all connected to each other, they are all related to each other. Okay, so first, if you haven't got any doubts, we'll start solving the questions, guys. First I'll take in one mark question. So find the slope of the line joining the points. See, one more important thing here, guys. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, many of the students what they do is they think that once the concept is clear it is okay. Okay, you have to understand the concept. If you once understood the concept, everything is clear. That is what the belief is. That is right, guys, but only up to 50%, only up to half of it is right. Why? Because after the understanding of the concept, after the understanding of the ideas, you have to apply those ideas. Namatra, if you have knowledge, it is not enough. We have to use that knowledge for the betterment of ourselves and others. Only then it will be useful. And just like that, guys, ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ ನಮಗೆ ಇದು ಏನು ಗುರುತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟು, we have to apply it. Only then we'll be able to understand. 50% is understanding of the concept, 50% is practice, guys. If you just understand the concept, if you don't know how to use it, it will be off. No matter how you much keep on revising, it will be of no use to you. Okay, so practice is very important, application is very important. So see here, guys, coming back to this question here, find the slope of the line joining the points 3, -4 and -7, 3. See, what are the points here? 3 comma 4, sorry, negative 4 and negative 7 comma 3. These are the points given. I'll take this point to be point A, I'll take this point to be point B, and clearly mentioned find out the slope. What will be the slope given by m will be equal to y2 minus of y1 whole divided by x2 minus of x1. Okay, so what will be the slope here, guys? M will be equal to y2 is 3 minus of minus 4, that will be plus 4 whole divided by x minus 7 minus of 3, so this will be what, guys? 7 divided by minus 10, so that is your slope. The slope is minus of 7 divided by 10. So this derivation I think has been clearly understood by everyone. ಈ ಒಂದು ಡೆರಿವೇಶನ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. Okay, so now guys, let us come back to the next question. So like I said, guys, derivations, please don't get confused with the derivations. I will keep on explaining to you as we have started this solving the problems. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask us. You know, doubts idre keli. Okay, so now let us come back to the next question, guys. So this question is a 2-mark question. So show that the line joining the points 7 comma negative 1 0 comma 3 perpendicular to the line joining the points 4 comma 5 and 0 comma negative of 2. See here, guys, even the question alli ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು, line joining the points 2 negative 3 negative 5 1 is parallel to line joining the points 7 negative 1 and 0 3, and it is also perpendicular to the line joining the points 4 comma 5 and 0. Okay, guys, so see here. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್, ಗೈಸ್? ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಟೂ ಗಿವನ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಟೂ ಗಿವನ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ perpendicular. Okay, so here, guys, first of all, we know the condition of parallel lines. Whenever two lines are parallel, we know that the slopes are always going to be equal. Correct, the slopes will be equal. And whenever, guys, two lines are perpendicular to each other, the slopes will be what? Negative reciprocals. Okay, m1 will be what? Negative reciprocal of m2. So these conditions we have to just obtain here. ಈ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. So what are we going to do? Initially we'll find out the slopes, guys. So line joining points 2 comma negative 3 5 negative 5 comma 1. So first of all, for these two coordinates, we'll find out what, guys? We'll find out the slope here. Okay, we'll find out the slope for these two first points. For point 2 negative 3 and negative 5 1, what will be the slope here, guys? Slope, let us take m1 will be equal to y2 minus of y1 divided by x2 minus of x1. Okay, so what is y2 here? Y2 is 1 minus of minus 3, guys. Minus will be plus of 3 whole divided by x2 is negative 5, so negative 5 negative 2 minus of 2. So what is the value here, guys? This will be what? 3 plus 1 4 whole divided by minus 7 minus 5 minus 2 will be minus 7, so it is what? Negative of 4 divided by 7. What is the slope here, guys? Negative 4 divided by 7, that is the first slope. And now, guys, there is another set of lines which have been given here, 7 comma negative 1 and 0 comma 3. We'll find out the slope of this line that can be formed here. So for 7 negative 1 0 comma 3, 7 negative 1 0 comma 3. So the slope here, will call the slope created by these two set of points will be m2, which will be equal to what? Once again, y2 minus y1 formula divided by x2 minus of x1. So what is y2 here? Illi y2 ಏನಿದೆ ರೀ 3 ಇದೆ. Okay, minus of 7 whole divided by x2 is 0, minus of minus 1 is plus 1, so negative of 4. Correct. What will be the slope here, guys? Negative of 4. Did I do it right here? No, I did not do it right. I missed here, guys. Here, see, y2 is 3 and what is y1? Y1 is negative 1, so 3 minus of minus 1 will be plus 1, guys. Okay, so this will be what? 3 plus 1 and 0 minus of 7. So what will this be? Negative 4 divided by 7. Correct. Slope of the second set of lines here, slope of second set of lines. Then there are another two pair of points which are given here. Another pair, 4,5 and 0, negative of 2. Okay, 4,5 and 0, negative 2. We'll find out the slopes here. So what will be the slope given here, guys? M3 will be equal to y2 minus y1. What is y2 here? Minus 2 minus of 5 whole divided by 0 minus of 4. So this will be what? Minus 2 minus 5 minus 7 divided by minus 4, which will be equal to positive 7 divided by 4. Okay, so we have gotten the slopes as what, guys? First slope m1 is given by minus of 4 divided by 7. Negative 4 divided by 7 is m1. And then what is the slope of the second pair of points? Negative 4 divided by 7, m2, negative 4 upon 7. What is m3 here? m3 is nothing but 7 divided by 4. Okay, so there are 3 pairs here, guys, 3 pairs of points and 3 slopes. Using these 2 points, this point and this point, we have created one line. The slope have been calculated. This point and this point, 2 different points will form what? They'll form another line. Correct. And this point and this point will form what? Another set of lines. So there are 3 lines here totally. Okay, let this be the first line, let this be the second line, and let this be the third line. These kind of 3 lines we get using the given set of points. So here m1 is given already negative 4 upon 7. Here too m2 is given negative 4 upon 7 by our calculation. So here, guys, m1 is equal to m2. m1 is equal to m2. So if both these slopes are equal, what is this condition for? The condition is for parallel lines. Okay, this is the condition for parallel lines. When m1 and m2 are both equal, then they are known to be parallel set of lines. So the first points, guys, first set of pair and second pair here, 2, negative 3 and negative 5, 1 here. m1 belongs to what? 2, negative 3, and then it is negative 5, 1, creating the slope m1. And then the second pair here, 7, negative 1 and 0, 3, that is creating the second slope m2. They are both equal, m1 and m2, so they are forming parallel lines. Okay, they are forming parallel lines. Now, guys, there is a third pair here, 4, 5, 0, negative 2. m3 is created by 4, 5 and 0, negative 2. Okay, so m1 and m2, if you observe here, m1 is equals to m2. Okay, which is equal to negative of 4 divided by 7. And what is m3 that we have calculated? 7 divided by 4. Okay, so what is it, guys? When m2 is equal to the negative reciprocal of m3, correct, m2 and m1 are both equal, that is the first condition. And which is equal to the negative reciprocal? If you take the reciprocal here, reciprocal of 7 upon 4 will be 4 upon 7 and negative will be negative 4, and that will be equal to m1, m2. So what is this condition for? This condition is for perpendicularity of lines. ಈ ಒಂದು condition perpendicularity ಅನ್ನು define ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So hence proven, guys, the third set of points here form a line which is perpendicular to the first set of lines and the second set of lines which are both parallel to each other. ಈ ಎರಡು ಲೈನ್ಸು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಈ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಲೈನು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅರ್ಥ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಗೈಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಇದ್ದರೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋನ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೈಸ್. ಲೆಟ್ us know in the comment section if you are unable to understand guys. Okay, so now can I take in the next question guys? Can I go for the next question? So this is the 2 marks question that I have solved now. Okay, so now let me come back to the next question. Once again, a 2 marks question. Next question kuda 2 mark question ide. So just read this question initially. Don't blindly start solving. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಮೊದಲು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಓದಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, just go through the question guys and understand this question. Okay, so look guys, what does the question say? L1 and L3 or L2 L3 are perpendicular to each other. The slope of a line is double the slope of another line. If the tangent of the angle between them is 1/3, find the slope of the line. Find the slope of the line here. Okay, so see here guys. So L1 and L3 or L2 L3 are perpendicular to each other. That is the point that they have mentioned here, which I don't think is a clear point. Okay, first let me make you understand the question here guys. The question I think has been on misprint a little bit here. So let me take in one thing here. Let me do one thing. So I'll start the question from here guys. Okay, we'll start up the question from here. This point is not clear. I think this one is a misprint here. So see here, from this starting here, the slope of a line is double the slope of another line. If the tangent of the angle between them is 1/3, find the slope of the lines. Okay, yes, this is clear now. This is a misprint guys. This shouldn't have been here. Okay, so please neglect this one. This is a misprint here. Okay, so what has been given here? Slopes have been given, so we don't know the slopes of the two lines guys. We don't know what the slopes are, so we'll do one thing. We'll take the slopes here. Slope of the first line be m1 or m. Okay, then what guys? Slope of second line will be what? Slope of second line will be 2m, correct? Because already given in the question, slope of a line is double the slope of another line. Suppose the slope of first line is m, then this second line slope will be 2m. ಒಂದು ಲೈನಿನ ಸ್ಲೋಪು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲೈನಿಂದ ಡಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So this is what guys, double of this line. Okay, so these are the two slopes here, and what has been given? Tangent of the angle between them. Tangent of the angle guys. So suppose two lines are creating somewhat here. Okay, these are the two lines just in a rough format guys, and they are creating an angle here. Angle between them will be what? Theta. Okay, theta is the angle which is being created here in between two different set of lines. Then he is saying that tangent of that angle is 1/3. So that means what guys? Tan of that angle is equal to 1/3. Tan of theta is equals to 1/3 guys. Tan of theta is equals to 1/3. He wants us to find the slope of the line. Okay, he wants us to find the slope of the line. So now guys, remember here, there is another formula here. Whenever two lines with two different slopes, that is m1 and m2, okay, whenever two lines are intersecting each other, whenever two lines are intersecting each other with the slopes m1 and m2, the combined slope, guys, okay, the combined slope will be given by tan theta will be equal to m1 minus of m2 whole divided by m1 plus of m2. Okay, m1 the slope of the first line, m2 will be the slope of the second line. Okay, and here in the denominator, sorry, it is 1 plus m1 m2. Okay, 1 plus of m1 into m2, 1 plus of m1 into m2, guys. That is the equation here. This is the equation. You'll have to remember this equation, guys. That is the equation of the slope, guys. Slope equation antane ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೂಡ. Okay, so now here, guys, I think it is clear. The equation is a straightforward equation. Whenever two lines are intersecting each other with the slope m1 and m2, the combined slope here tan theta will be given by m1 minus m2 divided by the 1 plus m1 m2. Now m1, guys, is what? Slope is generally given by tan of the angle. Slope general format will be what? M is equal to tan theta, but here in this case it is m1, so it will be equal to tan of the angle created by the first line angle that we generally take as alpha 1, guys. Okay, alpha 1, and m2 will be tan of the angle created by second line in slope andre second line ಎಷ್ಟು angle create ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಅದರ tangent format ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ತೇವೆ, and that is alpha 2, where alpha 2 is the angle created by second line. So m1 can also be written as tan alpha 1 minus of tan alpha 2 whole divided by 1 plus of tan alpha 1 into tan alpha 2. Okay, so these are the two modified versions, guys, of the formulas. This is the formula. You'll have to remember this one. Okay, so now ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, m1 is equals to m and m2 will be equal to double, that will be what? 2m, guys. That has already been given here in the question itself. So now what we are going to do, we are going to just substitute and we are going to simplify. So here tan theta value also has been given in the question, which is 1 upon 3. Question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು, tangent of the angle in between them is 1/3, which is equals to tan of alpha 1, guys. So what is this? m1, and what is m1 here? M, or we can also take it 2m because 2m is greater. Okay, just the difference here, guys. So basically we consider only the positive signs. This can also lie in between the modulus, guys. Just positive signs anna ashte ನಾವು consider ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, but nonetheless here also, guys, here it will be in the modulus format, ಅಂದ್ರೆ positive signs ಅಷ್ಟೇ consider ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. Why? Because anyone can be greater here. As per our convenience we have to take it. So 2m minus of m first slope by minus second slope divided by 1 plus of m into 2m according to our formula. So cross multiply and simplify, guys. So 1 plus of 2m square into 1 cross multiply, 1 plus of 2m square will be equal to 2m minus m will be m into 3 will be 3m. Okay, so now what can I write this one, guys? 2m square minus of 3m plus of 1 is equals to 0. I can write it in this fashion. Okay. Now we need what, guys? We need the factors. 2 into 1 will be 2. We need the factors, means it is negative 2, negative 1. So minus 2 into minus 1 will be plus 2, which is the main multiplicative form here, and sum is nothing but minus 3. So on simplifying this equation, guys, 2m square minus of 2m minus of m plus of 1 is equal to 0. So now I can take in 2m common here in both these terms. 2m into m minus of 1, and ಈ ಎರಡು ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus 1 ಕಾಮನ್ ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ m minus of 1 is equals to 0. So m will be equal to 1 upon, sorry, m will be equal to 1, m minus 1 is 0, and then it will be 2m minus 1 will be equal to 0. So here the value of m will be what, guys? 1 upon 2. Okay, so there are two values of these slopes, which is equal to 1 and 1 divided by 2. Okay, the slope that we need, one value is m, guys, and the another value is 1 upon 2. So according to our condition, ನಮ್ಮ condition ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಏನಿದೆ, if one slope is m, then the second slope 2m will be what? The double of this. And what is double of 1/2? Which is nothing but 1. Correct? So these are the two values, guys, that we need, 1/2 and 1. Those are the two slopes here. Okay, so any doubts, guys, with respect to this part here? If you have any doubts, please let me know, guys. See, these are very basic questions, very easy questions. You have to practice it, guys. Most of the students, what they do, the mistake is they don't practice it. Okay, straight line equation are very easy. You'll have to analyze. In order to get that graph into your mind, you'll have to solve these questions. So solve ಮಾಡಿ the questions ಅನ್ನ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, guys. Not at all a problem. Okay, so that is all for today, guys. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದಿಷ್ಟೇ, ಸಾಕು ರೀ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋ, ಗೈಸ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ವಿಡಿಯೋನ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Okay, so of course, guys, the notes will be uploaded on our Telegram channel, UN Karnataka PUC, and do join in the course, guys. Course anna join ಮಾಡಿ, Unacademy Learners app, download it from Play Store, join Unacademy and start learning in a better way, guys. Of course, all the sessions, MTPs, PYQs, RTPs, we can do that all on our app, guys. Okay, so do join in. Once again, subscribe to our channel so that you'll be able to join in the classes as in preferred time level. So that is all for today, guys. I am hoping that you have no doubts. If no doubts idre matte kelbodu, guys. Okay na? So any doubts, guys, whoever is watching me on YouTube, so recorded format, many of the students watch recorded format, so go through these questions, guys. I know there are tending to be doubts will definitely arise. Not at all a problem, you can let us know. Okay, in the next class, guys, we'll be solving 3 marks questions related to the straight lines. And once again, guys, 13 marks will be asked in your examination from this perspective of the topic. 13 marks keltare. Okay, so thank you, guys, once again. Be seeing you again in the next class. Up till then, take care, guys. Bye.